Our next guest is always a lot of fun to have on the program. We catch up with him literally around the world at various events and fun things to talk about using technology and using things to create some really neat stuff. He is the person that composes soundtracks for video games and films, creates presets for music software companies and virtual instruments. If you're at all a musician or into recording your own stuff and creating your own stuff, you probably use a lot of his material. Producer, composer, and remixer with Nihil Studios, and all-around cool guy, Justin Lassen. Hey, Justin, welcome back into Tomorrow.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
And what are you doing in particular here at CES this year? Because I know that you're always working with our friends from Intel, doing some really cool things and demoing fun stuff in their exhibit. I'm sure that you're busy there again this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, this year we're one of the main spotlights on stage, so we've got a beautiful performance of a pop song that we rearranged on a 2-in-1 device for stage. And I've got a beautiful violin player named Lindsay Cuff and a singer Ameria from Hungary actually up there with me. So they're doing the vocals and the violins while I'm performing the beats and the pads and the synthesizers from the device.
So you're kind of creating this as they're doing their live performances.
That's
and
right.
making this all happen to create art.
Exactly. So each day we're packing the audience. Like today I saw 400 plus people in the audience. It was kind of daunting. Like, whoa, this is amazing.
Normally you might sort of perform for a recording studio full of people or something.
Yeah.
But looking out on a show floor and
it's
seeing,
amazing.
Yeah.
And they were completely captivated. So we were making music in such a way that's hasn't been done before, where we're using literally touch screens to kind of do everything. And for me, it was just like a first and very exciting. And the software is called StageLight.
Ah, very cool. And so you find it very helpful to be able to use a touchscreen to be able to do these kind of things?
Yeah, because when you travel on trains or airplanes, and you pull out a laptop, and it's really hard to open it up. The seat comes down. It's all weird like that. Yeah, this 2-in-1's great. It's in tent mode right now, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I can pull it out from anywhere, make any edits to the scene, to the session. On the go, really, without ever having to touch a mouse or a keyboard or even a MIDI controller. So
that makes life not only more fun, but very productive, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say two of my favorite features that I think you'll really think is fun is if you, obviously it has a keyboard, so.
Can we get a little more volume out of it? Because it's a very noisy environment here on the show floor.
I think that's going to be about it.
Yeah, well, not a problem.
It doesn't matter. But
it's
anyway,
more important that they hear you.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So basically, what's cool is you can be playing any kind of key, and instead of having a MIDI controller, it does that. But not all of us are musicians. What if you wanted to make music, but you didn't know how to do a keyboard?
Like me, have no clue, can't read music, I know I like it, I
exactly.
enjoy music, but so you're saying that there's hope?
There is hope. This is one of the only softwares in the world that has this feature called key lock. So when I click key lock, it's in G sharp, the song is, and I lock it, and now the keyboard looks like these blue bars. But no matter what 3 chords you hit, you're always in the key of G sharp. So you'll never play out of key for any lead or synth or anything. And it records all that data into the tracks as you're playing, which is really cool.
And this is all part of StageLight.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, the ability for a good processor to do the job to keep all this working smoothly and not having to stop and think about what it's doing.
Exactly.
It just does it. Yeah.
Exactly. And what's kind of exciting about StageLight actually is the bands Linkin Park and Timbaland did presets and drum kits and pads and stuff for the software. So if you get this software, you're actually going to use the sounds that Linkin Park used to create their stuff. And
so you're actually using their material legally in your creation.
That's right. And then inside the store part of it, there's this place where you can download country music, hip hop music, dubstep, any kind of genre. So people that are timid and maybe not so sure about getting started in music, this is a great like super affordable, application, and it's probably the most affordable. It's only like $10.
No, come on.
$10,
How,
yeah.
Doing all of that?
Yes.
Did somebody like forget a zero or something? how could it be $10? That's crazy.
Exactly. And then the most exciting thing that I think Intel and StageLight did together was, for the first time ever now, it works on Android x86 devices.
Oh,
so
nice.
with no latency. Like, they've lowered the latency so much that it's actually playable. Because historically on Android devices, it's been difficult to do live, like, real-time music. So a lot of musicians have used iPads and things, but that's all changing now. Thanks to these kinds of devices and those engineers working together. So
I was going to say that they're really collaborating. As you compose music and sound effects and all sorts of stuff, they collaborate on how to make it all easier to do. And as you say, no lag time is important. You don't want to be waiting for something to process while you're trying to make it happen.
Exactly. And today I was playing with it on a device that was 6 millimeters. It's a Dell device. It was like a prototype, kind of cool Intel thing. And we showed it up on stage, and we're like, and it runs on this as well. And I mean, these devices are just getting so much more portable and so much more fun to just be anywhere and just create music wherever you go. So
wow,
it's fun.
So all you need is your headphones on an airplane, so you not only not disturb others, but you can hear all of the intricacies of something you're creating, and you're good to go.
Yes.
That's pretty fun. And of course, it makes your life much more easier, too.
Totally. And the great thing is, after you've made it on a tablet or something, you can take the file, bring it up to your actual desktop computer, add any changes. It's actually industry standard VST support too, so any plugins, third-party plugins, will work on it just fine.
Love it. And can we get more info on StageLight from them as well?
Absolutely, yeah.
And I'm not sure what their website is, but I'll bet it's stagelight.com or something.
It's stagelight.com, yeah.
There you go. It would be a little too obvious.
And in fact, I think I have something for you, a card.
A card
with a free copy of it.
Yep.
Well, I'll give it to you in a little bit.
I can save $10 right there. That'd be kind of cool. And of course, your interesting things that you're constantly working on, JustinLassen.com. You really got to check him out and check out his site. You'll be blown away by the kinds of things that this young man is involved in, and you'll know why we like having him on the show all the time. It's Justin, LASSEN.com. Always a pleasure to have you with us, and we thank our friends from Intel for letting us steal you away from their exhibit for a few minutes, because you're very busy at their booth, and understandably why. So thank you, Justin.
Thank you so much.
We're back with more from CES in Las Vegas, our 20th year broadcasting from here, and thrilled that you have tuned into tomorrow right here on the Advanced Media Network.